The rain was violent that night, the kind of storm that makes the whole world feel angry. Inside the mansion, the young maid, Kasai, stood shaking, one hand on her swollen belly, the other holding a tiny bag of her belongings. She was 8 months pregnant, exhausted, and terrified. Her billionaire boss, Mr. Tiga Lawson, stood in the doorway with cold eyes. "You betrayed me," he growled. "You embarrassed my family. Now, get out." Kasai fell to her knees. "Sir, please. I never touched your wife's necklace. I swear on my unborn child." But the billionaire's wife, Madame Ritha, smirked behind him. "Throw her out, Tiga. She's a liar." Thunder cracked. The mansion guards dragged Kasai into the rain, her cries swallowed by the storm. As she collapsed on the cold ground, clutching her stomach, she whispered, "One day, I will rise, and you will see me again." Years later, during a major board meeting at Lawson Group, the elevator doors opened, and a mysterious new billionaire investor walked in. When Tiga looked up and saw who it was, he fainted, because the new billionaire was the maid he threw out in the rain.
Echoes of African tales, stories that touch the soul.
Years ago, Kasai never imagined her life could fall apart so quickly. She had come to the Lawson mansion at just 19 years old, desperate for work. She needed money for her sick mother, rent, and her unborn child. Kasai worked harder than anyone. She cleaned, cooked, washed, ironed, never complained, never argued. Everyone loved her, except Madame Ritha. Ritha hated her because Kasai was young, polite, and naturally beautiful. Everything Ritha feared losing. One morning, Ritha's diamond necklace disappeared. Before anyone checked the cameras, Ritha pointed at Kasai. "You stole it. I saw you near my dresser." Kasai begged, "Madam, please, search me. Search my things. I would never steal." But Tiga Lawson, blinded by his wife's lies, didn't give her a chance. He shouted at the guards, "Take her out. I don't want to see this thief again." As they dragged her out into the storm, Kasai cried out, "Mr. Lawson, please, the baby. I'm about to give birth." But he closed the door. No mercy, no hesitation. Outside, the rain lashed against her skin. She stumbled toward the roadside, clutching her stomach. She felt her water break. She screamed for help, and fate answered. An elderly roadside food seller, Mama Dalu, heard the cries and rushed out. She covered Kasai with her wrapper, brought her inside her small shop, and helped her deliver a healthy baby boy. Kasai named him Zeno, meaning gift from God. Mama Dalu took them in like family. She fed them, encouraged Kasai, and helped her get back on her feet. 1 month later, police arrested Madame Ritha at a jewelry store. She was caught trying to sell the missing necklace. She had framed Kasai out of pure hatred. And Tiga? He lost everything. Investors pulled out. Scandals erupted. The empire began to crumble. Meanwhile, Kasai worked multiple jobs, cleaning, selling food, saving every coin. She refused to let her son grow up in poverty. Years passed. She studied business at night, graduated with honors, and started a small cleaning agency. Her business grew fast. Soon, luxury estates hired her exclusively. Investors noticed. She opened branches nationwide. At 27, she became one of the youngest female billionaires in the region. Then one day, a business opportunity arrived. Lawson Group, the same company where she was once humiliated, was drowning in debt and desperately needed a major investor. And the largest bidder? KSI Holdings. Tiga Lawson had no idea. The boardroom was silent as the directors whispered about the mysterious billionaire who would take over the company. Tiga entered, nervous but hopeful. He needed this investor to save him. The doors opened. He heard heels clicking slowly across the floor. A powerful presence filled the room. Everyone stood. Tiga turned, and his soul left his body. Kasai? He whispered. She stood tall and elegant in a dark green power suit. No longer scared, no longer broken. A queen. "Good afternoon, Mr. Lawson," she said calmly. "I believe we have business to discuss." Tiga collapsed to his knees. Kasai, please. I didn't know. I was misled. Forgive me. The board watched in shock. Kasai stepped closer. Years ago, you believe a lie without giving me a chance to speak. Tonight, this company will be saved, but not by you. She placed the takeover file on the table. From today, Lawson Group belongs to me. Tiga broke down, crying. Please, I have nothing left. Kasai looked at him, the man who once threw her into the rain. You took everything from me when I had nothing, but I am not like you. She handed him a second envelope. Inside is a job offer. Driver, basic salary, no benefits. The board gasped. Tiga looked stunned. Why you want me to be your driver? She smiled calmly. You once dragged me to the gate in the rain. Now, you will open my car door in the sun. The room erupted. Madame Ritha stormed in, disheveled and desperate. Tiga, what is happening? Who is this woman? Kasai turned slowly. Your maid, she said softly. Remember the one you slapped for a tea stain? Ritha froze. Guard stepped forward. Kasai pointed to the door. Escort her out. This building is now mine. As the guards removed her, Tiga looked helpless. Kasai picked up her bag and walked out confidently. Her son, little Zeno, was waiting outside with Mama Dalu. Mummy, are you done with work? He asked. Kasai lifted him with a smile. Yes, my love. I just bought my first company. Mama Dalu hugged her tightly. You rose from the mud. My daughter. You are unstoppable. Kasai looked at the tall Lawson building behind her. She wasn't broken anymore. She was rewritten. She was reborn. And she was the new owner. The narrator concludes, never underestimate the person you throw away. The rain that drenched them today may become the flood that washes away your pride tomorrow.